There's a massive demand for new affordable housing across the country. The South West is a particularly desirable place to live, which does mean that house prices are generally high here. This results in a lack of affordable housing, particularly in rural areas. This is how the idea for Bakersfield development in Brent, Knoll was born. The first work to bring this site forward started in 2017. A steering group in the village was formed and the group identified a clear need for additional affordable homes in their community. In 2020, South Western Housing Society and Tamar Housing came together to form the Willow Tree Housing Partnership. The aim is to continue building and managing quality homes that are affordable for those that do not have access to the housing market. Brent Knoll is a classic case of a rural development starting off. It started with the parish council identifying a need for some new homes, particularly homes for people who can't access the open market. They then approached the local authority, in this case it's Sedgemoor, and asked them if they knew of a developer or a housing association who'd be willing to work in partnership with them to kind of help them build that vision.
I think it's been really good in the sense that we've had the cooperation between the Parish Council and the South Western Housing Society. There's been a lot of discussions with Sedgemoor as well to try and get the plans sorted so that they work well for the community. It's something the Parish Council has been working for years to try and get affordable housing in Brent Knoll, and this has managed to make us get to the point where we've actually got it to happen.
What's unique about any rural location and land are what you call the site constraints, because you will generally have an awful lot of additional issues that arise in a rural location because the land has never been tilled before, for want of a better word. So we will have to add in an additional amount of significant cost up front in terms of investigating below the earth, under the ground, to see what's going on there.
The sites that we build on in Somerset are always challenging. There's lots of issues around things like ecology and natural habitat, water levels, and maintaining the ditches that manage that water levels. And this site has got all those features.
One of the other big considerations in any rural location is the biodiversity. We'll need to consider bats, for example, because bats populate in rural areas. In Brent Knoll in particular, we have a family of water voles that live along the side of the site itself.
Water voles are protected under the Wildlife and Countryside Act because they're going down in numbers, so their numbers are reducing. So therefore they're offered extra protection for not just the animals themselves, but the places they live as well.
Protecting our biodiversity, the wildlife that we have in this country, that's seen as very important. People want to live in places where they can experience wildlife. The people that already live in Brent Knoll will be familiar with seeing water voles, understanding that this is a species that lives in the Somerset levels amongst other parts of the country. What we're doing is we're trying to make sure that when we build new houses, they're still there for people to enjoy.
Bakersfield is a mixed development that sold some homes on the open market to enable high-quality rented and shared ownership homes to be built.
On this site there are 15 properties, there are 6 open market units, there are 2 shared ownership and the rest are affordable rent. The construction of the property is a timber frame which will achieve a good thermal value and will be efficient running costs during the life of the property.
Good quality, high performing homes that are relatively low cost to run for people who are renting them or purchasing part of them, in order for that village to be able to accommodate the needs of the people who are living there without them having to move out.
If this estate wasn't being built with the affordable rent, I wouldn't be able to live in Brent Knoll. I wouldn't be able to afford it. It's as simple as that. This has given me the lifeline to stay in here. For me, it's where I want to be. It's what home is.
The quality and the finishing off in some of these houses is really unbelievable. And you've got parking space outside, very, very important, and a bit of green area. And you need green area for health and well-being. It's a big asset to Brent Knoll.
Willow Tree has been amazing in regards to helping me with any questions that I've got. Can't fault them, they've been brilliant.
The Willow Tree Housing Partnership has helped me. I sold my older house in Clevedon. I could never have got a mortgage again on my own, so the part buy, part share is absolutely ideal for me. 2 bedrooms, it was just me and my dog. Just looking forward to getting in.
Since October 2021, Bakersfield is complete. Empty properties have now become homes. The scheme was a huge success, and the team here at Willow Tree Housing Partnership are already working on future developments.